Hi everyone, it's Sam, and today I'm going to be doing a quick general reading for all the signs, now that we're in Taurus new moon. So we're going to go ahead and start with Taurus, but we're going to go through all the zodiacs and see if there's any general messages for each sign, okay? So starting with Taurus, hey Taurus, I'm going to go ahead and start with you if there's any general messages for the rest of April and for this Taurus new moon. Messages for Taurus. Already have Eight of Swords, Ace of Wands in reverse, and Queen of Swords in reverse. Okay, so Taurus, I feel like you have been feeling really confined at the moment, a little trapped. In a way, you could also feel like not specifically just because of the situation, but because of a something that's not exactly related to quarantine is what I'm trying to say. You're kind of worried between a decision perhaps that you're making. You're kind of stuck on some type of initiation. There's something that you're not willing to go ahead and try yet or do yet, but there's definitely some, like, energy of you self-restraining yourself from doing so. And I feel like this could be in regards of approaching another person, perhaps a water sign. So Taurus, I feel like there's some type of resolution here. There's maybe a fight going on with a friend, with a significant other. There's like a problem going on with somebody, and you feel like you aren't ready to either confront it, or you're not ready to do the first step. And here we have a win-win outcome is forecast. This is your general reading for the moon with your moon card. So we have the Libra card, and we have a lot of air energy here already because we have Queen of Swords. So actually, yeah, a lot of air sign energy. Could be dealing with Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So definitely, Taurus, there's some restriction, there's some lack of motivation to move forward with this person or to confront this person. If there's any guidance for Taurus in regards to the situation. I feel like the other person in itself is also not really wanting to initiate anything. I feel stubbornness from both sides. You, because you're restraining yourself, or because there's some type of inner conflict that you're resolving. And then here the other person is just not, just not confronting the situation as a whole. Here we have the manifest card. So definitely, I feel like the universe is telling you to either manifest it. I think it's going to have to come from your side, Taurus. Because this person doesn't seem moved to pursue a solution. But also, we have the Libra card here. So maybe this could signify perhaps that there's some unbalance here in terms of, who has, who is at truth, who's saying more truth than the other person. So this could be a term of some type of, maybe you're you feel like the other person is to blame to like a conflict, or you think that you're to blame. So definitely there's some justice that has to be done before this can be situated. But I feel like you won't get anywhere with the situation if you don't manifest it. So you have to make it happen somehow. And I feel like it either has to come from your side, or it specifically doesn't work out, or it won't specifically happen. Because this person doesn't seem like they want to approach you. So I feel like if you have something to say, if there's some guilt or some type of fault that you have to take, that you are still reflecting on, whatever it could be, make sure that you think it hard enough and think it through. I feel like, here we have a positive outcome. So if you do confront this and if you do take this first step, I feel like you would be making it happen. You would be manifesting a solution, okay, with this person. So that was a general reading for you, Taurus. Good luck with your new full moon season. And I'll go ahead and move to Gemini. Hi, Gemini. I'm going to go ahead and pick out a few tarots for your reading. Any messages for the new moon in Taurus for Gemini? Maybe ending April. Any messages for the end of April? For the new full Taurus full moon. New moon, actually. Okay, Gemini. Okay. Okay. So we could be dealing immediately with Scorpio or water. So there's a situation right now. Give me a second. I'm actually going to choose your moon card first while I'm reading this. But so Gemini, there's some type maybe of a situation perhaps with somebody that in the past, I feel like they turned you down. And I feel like now you've grown kind of out of their wrath, or they're really like, you know, like they don't have you as accessibly as you were to them before. I feel like maybe this person, you know, because they rejected you, maybe in a way that you thought wasn't justifiable, or just, I feel like you're very, yeah, I feel like you feel very grown, you feel very, like, you matured from the situation, definitely, some maturity. So here we have the new moon in Cancer for you. So definitely you could have been dealing with a Cancer or water sign, a lot of water sign energy, and fires, but we have the Scorpio card and the King of Cups. So you definitely could have been dealing with somebody who was, you know, not responding to your interest. It just kind of made you feel defensive, or in a way, you know, it made you grow. Maybe you were persisting on this person for a long time and they still weren't, you know, giving you attention, or, you know, giving you that love that you kind of were giving them. So you're now evolved, and you've now, you know, become, you know, a more, you know, relaxed person, not in the sense of, you know, in general, but like relaxed as in you haven't really reached out to them. You kind of, you know, you're kind of, here we have the Death card right below this Knight of Cups. So I feel like definitely you kind of ended the situation, maybe not completely because it's in reverse, but you definitely have not made it your priority anymore. Like, you definitely are more moved on from the situation that you weren't before. You're not as you know, constantly texting them or trying to get their attention. And I feel like I sense that this person might return because of this lack of attention. Because, you know, this card signifies, you know, ending of something, but, you know, it's in reverse. So I feel like there could be some type of, like, unsolved business that might end up coming back. But I feel like you're more mature at this point, that if he does come back, I feel like you're going to be more controlled in a way, like, kind of more cautious on purpose. Like, you may want to still, inside, like, deep inside, you may still want to, like, oh my god, hi, you know, like, reach out and talk to them, but I feel like you're going to keep yourself very composed, you know. So definitely, I feel that vibe. And then here we have the Cancer card, new moon in Cancer, so you and your loved ones are safe. So here we have maybe Cancer, like in June energy. So June, perhaps any time in June, this person might reach out. And also this message is you and your loved ones are safe. So I feel like I honestly, like, I read this card and I got it more as like a time thing. So, I mean, if you have any doubts right now about health or family, just know that your loved ones are okay. You're gonna, you know, they're, you know, it's a good card. Usually signs a good stability at the moment in terms of health, but definitely, I feel like in terms of the situation, I read it for time. So June-ish, maybe look for a new moon time, around a new moon. So definitely, there you go, Gemini. I'm going to go move on to Leo. So hi, Leo. This is your general reading for the month. For the leftover month of April. If there's any messages for Leo with the remaining month of April. Also with this Taurus new moon, if there's anything for Leos. So we got this one first. Oh. Okay. It's okay, Leo. Can you see your cards? I hope so. Definitely some type of... I'm going to put it down a bit more. Some type of heartbreak. I'm going to go ahead and check on the time. So definitely some heartbreak I feel happened here. In regards to a person that perhaps wasn't giving you as much attention as you were giving them. I feel like they were kind of stingy with their attention. You were very, you know, not childlike, but you were very like clinged or attached to them. You were always the one, you know, hugging them or wanting physical touch, or just in general wanting to reach out to them and wanting to persevere. And I feel like the other person wasn't as responded to your energy as you were. So I feel like definitely you're kind of hurt by it. But here we have the Six of Wands and Queen of Wands. So I feel like in the end, this situation is making you kind of grow. It's making you mature. It's making you become more, not heartless like the Weekend, but a little bit more controlled, composed when it comes to, you know, this person coming back, or this person, you know, because I feel like there could be something still going on. Like, this isn't like, oh, you broke up or something, but there's definitely some heartache. So I feel like you're maybe upset with this person at the moment. Maybe you guys are in a relationship and it's not going so well because of the lack of emotional attention the person is giving you. But I feel like there's gonna end up a victory. I feel like by the new behavior that you're kind of composing, or you're about to compose because of this lack of heart and attention, I feel like you're gonna become more like, all right then, I'm gonna treat you how you treat me. And I feel like this is gonna end up making you kind of feel a little bit victor like when you end up getting that attention in return, because the other person also notices, oh wait, like I no longer have this attention that the other person, you know, was so always giving me. And here we have a win-win outcome is forecast. Luck is on your side, Sagittarius energy, and have faith in your dreams. So we have, this is immediately like a love, like I immediately saw it as like a little Cupid's arrow. So I feel like you have this trick up your sleeve, like this is maybe something that you've done before, or like, you know, this is a routine that sometimes you do to kind of, you know, make the other person kind of feel like, you know, what's fair, right? Like there should be some fairness in terms of, you know, this situation. There is a win-win outcome forecast. So I feel like, you know, like I said, this sounds like a repeated thing where you end up winning again, or you end up like succeeding for kind of keeping yourself at a distance from the other person because of how they lack their treatment to you. And we have faith in your dreams. So like I feel like this person could be but I don't know why it came up, but like I feel like this person could be dreaming about you, or you could be dreaming of them often. That just came up, but definitely I do feel like this is just a relationship that isn't over. It's just, you know, having some trouble, and I feel like it's all gonna be resolved with maybe with a little bit of pettiness, but then again I feel like this is fine, like you have done this before. Okay, Leo, so I'm gonna go ahead and move on to Virgo. So hello, Virgo. I'm gonna go ahead and, okay, for some reason I am called to shuffle the cards for you. Okay, so any messages for Virgo in terms of this new Taurus moon, or this ending of April? Two of Swords. Messages for Virgo. 2 more messages, please. 2 more messages for Virgo, please. What is this? 2 of Swords for Virgo. What is this Two of Swords for Virgo? Okay, so you have Aries energy. Okay. So here we have some stubbornness. I feel stubbornness. I feel boredom, stagnation. Okay. So Virgo, you may be going through a decision. You may be making a decision at the moment. You're very, you're pending a lot on your final decision. You're kind of trying to take in all the details that you know, all the information, and you're trying to, think clearly through everything. This could relate to possibly, I don't want to say a relationship, but it could be, maybe the idea of love, or just like some type of, heart-related matter, something that isn't satisfying to you anymore. It could also be work, because here we have the Four of Pentacles. It could be a decision that you're making, maybe in regards to work or a relationship that is no longer satisfying you. It's bringing you boredom. It's bringing you stagnation. If you're not advancing, and I feel like this Four of Pentacles here, it has to do with work. If it has to do with work, I feel like you're not specifically leaving the situation because you feel trapped in wanting to stay financially stable or financially abundant. So I feel like right now you're not really wanting to risk anything. I feel like this is a world card upside down, so I feel like maybe this could be related to the whole situation right now in regards to COVID. So I think you're really pending on this decision. Something is no longer satisfying, or something is worrying you, and you're trying to get the most information, the most pros and cons to kind of see what decision you're gonna end up making. There could be a boss here, maybe perhaps as well, a boss that is very stubborn, and that could be also causing your problem. But definitely there's some stubbornness here, and adjustments are required is your moon message. Okay, Virgo. So definitely, if you're thinking about moving your situation, but it brings its own cons, I think that you're on the right direction on just even thinking about moving or adjusting yourself, because I feel like it's not bringing you comfort. It's not bringing you any type of satisfaction. It's maybe even risking your own potential well-being. So if you have to keep thinking about this, I hope you end up making the right decision, okay, Virgo? But definitely listen to yourself, and this moon card is already telling me he should be, or she should be, or they should be thinking about some adjustments to be made, okay? So you're on the right direction of even thinking about change, okay, Virgo? So I'm gonna go ahead move on to Libra. Hi, Libra. I want to see if there's any messages for you for the end of April, or for this new moon in Taurus. So any, end of the month messages, also any new moon in Taurus. Oh, Libra. Okay. Oh my God, Libra. Okay, Libra. So you saw how those things jumped, right? I'm gonna go ahead and pick out your card here. So there's currently something that maybe really shook you, or really, startled you in a way that, you weren't expecting. There could have been an incident, or just some type of very, life-changing event that happened recently that has gotten you very drained, very tired, very worried. And I feel like this is a very, I don't want to say specifically hard time, but this has been definitely a very stressful time. Okay, So we have your full moon in Scorpio and new moon in Pisces. Okay, Libra. So there's like some conflict here, some, tiredness, some stress, you're kind of just, it feels like this is never going to end. It feels like, a never ending problem or situation, a never ending pain. It could be, any situation here, but definitely something's affected you in a big way. And I feel like all of your cards are upside down. So there's a lot of like pessimist energy. I feel like you're having a hard time looking at the bright side. Maybe also having a hard time releasing your emotions and, kind of finding peace. And here we have, the Nine of Wands in reverse. So there's definitely some barriers that you're like putting up that you're kind of maybe making harder. Like I feel like if you were, your nature is not usually to, close yourself up, but I feel like at the moment you're closing yourself up, or either the people you're telling are very specific and you don't specifically, or you're not sharing with a lot of people whatever is happening. So yeah, like a lot of repressed emotion is kind of what I feel, Libra. So be careful, with your own mental health, and be careful with your stability. Make sure that here we have it, it's time to release negativity. So if this was a situation, with a relationship, with and now like a fight with somebody, or just any type of sudden, situation that could have made you upset, I hope that there's some strength to kind of, release the negative or the pessimism that is happening at the moment. And I know it could be hard because, when something bad happens, it's really hard to kind of just, forget about it, or, ease the pain. But definitely think about releasing some of that pessimism, some of that it will never get better type of, mentality. Because I feel like right now, because you're having a hard time releasing your emotions, you definitely should look at some ways into that could help you meditate, or find peace. Like do anything that makes you feel happy at at your usual days. I feel like water, there's some water here. Like I feel like, find any source of water. I know that we're quarantined and everything, but I feel like maybe even a beach, like just laying down in the beach and just, relaxing. I feel like, just take your time, do whatever you need to do to feel okay again, and to have some optimism again, because you could be, kind of indulging into this pessimist time, okay? Pessimist mentality. So definitely work on that, okay, Libra? Good luck. I'm going to go ahead and move on to Scorpio. Okay, so any messages for Scorpio? Hi, Scorpio, by the way. I'm doing any messages for Scorpio at the end of April, so any end of April messages, or new moon and Taurus messages for Scorpio. Messages for Scorpio, general messages. King of Cups, Two of Wands in reverse. Oh. Okay. So Scorpio, I'm gonna go ahead and pick out one more card. There could be some type of emotional emotional disconnection with somebody. I feel like there is even some thought of I guess it's getting tiring. Like there could be a disconnection with somebody, a lack of emotion perhaps, or lack of connection. I feel like there's just some type of disconnect. And I feel like maybe it could be you as well. Like maybe you're disconnected from somebody, and I feel like it's getting kind of tiring for you to kind of kind of not know or not have that connection anymore, like that emotional ability to release. There you go. Because I feel like there's a lot of things stored up from you or another person, and there could be just in general a lot of like tired, you know, what is that word called, stagnation. Here you have a lot of wand energy, so you could be involved with a fire sign, or there could be a fire sign right now that you're dealing with, that is just either the other person or another energy that you have right now that you're reciprocating. We have the Two of Wands and a Nine of Wands, so there is a need to kind of stay in your comfort zone at the moment. Like you're kind of having some time to just kind of think to yourself some things, and instead of, you know, showing them, because I feel like since you're not getting that emotional release, you're kind of having to resort to just doing it yourself, or like figuring out your things on your own, in your own comfort zone. Here we have the barriers again. We have more barriers. We have the kind of restricting yourself and kind of keeping yourself up with these walls that you make for people. So yeah, but I feel like this is getting tiring. Like you're getting tired of that. Like you're getting tired of having to deal with everything on your own. There could be like I said, the disconnection, like that you no longer have, maybe to somebody, or to like a person maybe isn't available anymore, or they are detached from you as well. Like that there's just like something going on here that maybe is making you guys disconnected. There's a Believe and Succeed card here. I feel like it's more for like the mentality that you want to keep, you know, kind of maintain. It's kind of like you want to move forward regardless of what happens, regardless of how the disconnect is affecting you. And here we have a lot of purple, huh? We have the full moon, surrender to the divine. So Scorpio, you're definitely leaving this, you're letting this, like, you're giving this in the hands of the universe. You're kind of just like, all right, like you're surrendering to the whatever's gonna happen will happen type of mentality. And you have the Believe and Succeed here too. So I feel like although you want to you know, persevere no matter what happens, no matter how hard this is. It could be tiring for you. You could be like definitely just feeling drained, but I feel like you're kind of dedicated to just keep going forward and surrendering in a way to kind of just letting God take the wheel, as they say. Okay, Scorpio, so props to you. I'm gonna go ahead and move on to Sagittarius. So Sagittarius, any messages for Sagittarius? I'm doing general messages for the end of April or Taurus new moon. So Sagittarius. Oh my God. Possibly the first sign that kind of has any romantic cards on here. Okay, Sagittarius. So there is some... I'm sorry, I'm moving my keys. So there is some situation here that you are feeling very reluctant to act upon yet right now. Like kind of grounded, kind of, you know, situated. Like while you are kind of tempted to go ahead and jump and leap at the opportunity, I feel like you're strategically waiting for something. Here we have the Lover's card. So this could be an approach to a new person that you met, or a new, you know, situation that you want to happen. However, this is in reverse, so I feel like there could be some type of, like I said, some waiting, some, you know, kind of thinking it through before. You're definitely stuck between wanting your freedom, yet, like still, like it doesn't even have to be like the freedom of it, but just like the kind of stuck between either moving on as, you know, a relationship. I feel like this could be with a friend or like some type of somebody that you've already known, that you grew or developed feelings for. And I feel like you're either stuck between, you know, wanting your liberty or, you know, freedom, or keeping your friendship the same, or actually pursuing the person, you know, or restricting yourself from your liberty or whatever. I feel like there's some type of, you know, decision making here. The point is that you still want to be connected with this person no matter what. Like, you're still going forward with this person, but you don't know in what way. If you should just continue being friends, or if you should actually take that step to become something more. So definitely, like I said, this is a really happy card, but it's in reverse. So there's like some hesitation, or just like you're just prolonging a very good time, making it longer because you're not sure yet and you're still deciding on what you're gonna end up, you know, doing or acting upon. Any message for the energy is gaining momentum. So Sagittarius, you are definitely waiting. This is so funny. Look, these two cards look similar. This is the sun, and then this is the waxy moon. So definitely you're kind of waiting for the perfect, I guess you're waiting for a sign or like some type of perfect time to end up acting on your move. Like, are you gonna do the move, or are you gonna like just kind of keep things the same, and that's also fine, right? With you, I feel like you're okay with both options, but you're kind of just saying, well, if I could move it on, then I could, right? So that was your message, Sagittarius. I hope it resonated. I'm going to go ahead and move on to Capricorn. So is there any messages? Hi, Capricorn. Is there any messages for Capricorn for the end of April? End of April, or new moon in Taurus? Okay, any new moon in Taurus messages for Capricorn. Okay, Capricorn. Ugh, I hate when my cards do this. Alright. I'm a Capricorn, so I feel attacked. So there is some type of situation that maybe you came out winning, or that you feel you are winning. An ego that is right now very boosted. You know, you feel like you have won something, or you have, you know, gained something. There's some sort of momentum here that feels like the victory for you, okay, Capricorn? This could have been a fight. This could have been an ending with somebody. This could have been you having the final word on like an argument with somebody, relationship. And I feel like you feel like a victor, but here's two sides of it. Like, I'm saying this could be an ending, right? Like an ending that was in the right. But then again, with this Four of Cups right next to this winner card, I feel like although you feel like you were a winner, there's still some unsatisfaction, some type of like boredom that you feel. It's almost like, okay, like I won, now what? You know, like, okay. So there's definitely that kind of feeling here. We have a Seven of Wands. Kind of being very defensive, I feel like, when it comes to the situation. Here we have, you know, right next to the Death card. So just in general, very like defensive nature when it came to the issue. So I feel like there's maybe paranoia. Just like, there's just like a lot of things that although you won a situation, there could be some type of like still wanting or being very defensive, I guess, still in the situation. And here we have the Four of Wands in reverse. So I feel like this could have canceled a marriage, or this could have canceled you know, just in general, it's a card of, you know, in a way, like, I guess, breakups, or no longer being like too happy. And I feel like, I mean, just in general with the other cards, it's kind of looking like there was just like there is unhappiness even though there was a victory. I'm gonna go ahead and pull out one more card, a moon message. So you got full moon in Taurus, full moon in Taurus card. Your dreams need a practical plan. A fiery climax approaches. And a time for healing. Okay, Capricorn. So I have the very different messages right now. Okay. So for your dreams need a practical plan. I feel like with the Seven of Wands, and you know, here with this fiery climax approaches, Aries, there's a stubborn energy. So definitely some like, you know, kind of that winner feeling, you know, that is stubborn. You need a practical plan. I feel like there's some strategizing going on because there's just so much, like, maybe you're trying to keep busy with work instead. Like, you're trying to do plans outside of the situation. You're trying to keep yourself busy. So you're trying to follow more of your dreams at the moment, more like focusing on them. I feel like you're very, like, other than stubborn at the moment, I feel like there could be some really, like, I feel like anything at the moment could trigger you to do something. I feel like if this person was somebody you didn't like, or, you know, this person that you maybe want an argument with, you know, tempts you again, or says something, I feel like there could be some weird, by like, kind of test me bitch type of thing. So definitely there could be something that is triggering or could trigger some sort of anger or some sort of impulse decision. So be careful, Capricorn. Don't act too much on that. You know, I feel like, you know, we got this healing card. So I feel like there could be, you know, it could be useful, you know, maybe to heal a little bit from the situation. I could tell that there's like some hurt still. Some kind of, like I said, defensiveness. This could be, you know, related to the fire card, you know, like wanting to be defensive, like, oh, like, you're gonna attack me, I'm gonna, like, be ready, you know, and attack you right back. So use this time, Capricorn, for healing, definitely. And we have Aries and Taurus. So I feel like this until we get to the full moon, because right now we're on the new moon, I feel like maybe by the end of full moon you're gonna feel more accomplished to this healing. Okay, Capricorn. So hope this reading resonated. I'm gonna go ahead and move to Aquarius. So, hi Aquarius, is there any messages for you in regards to the end of April or this Taurus new moon? I'm getting a lot of the Six of Wands. Oh, here we go. It gets juicy. Okay, Aquarius, any messages for you at the end of April or this Taurus? Okay, so those were too many, but okay, yeah, you have a lot of swords. You hate somebody at the moment, or you were pained by somebody. Okay, Aquarius. So here's, okay. So maybe you feel like you weren't the winner in the situation. Like, you felt like you were the loser. You felt like you didn't successfully accomplish your goal with person. I feel like definitely another person is involved. Here we have the Fool card in reverse, so I feel like, and I guess also in the other person's side, like, there was also foolishness. Like, there was foolishness in the other person's side, and then there was stubbornness or ego problems on your side. So Aquarius, I feel like this person really hurt you. There's still an ability to move on from them. Very, like, the person was very exaggerating, or very, like, you know, very, like, stabbing, like, damn, like, they, like, really wanted to hurt you. And although they did hurt you, I feel like you still aren't ready to let them go. Like, you're still in the process, right? I feel like this, you're still in the process of figuring it out. You're still kind of unwilling to let go. But definitely, I feel like with this Fool in reverse, you know, like, he or she, the person that you're dealing with, is already kind of moving along. We have the Wheel of Fortune, so I feel like this change, although it may seem negative, it's going to bring a huge, tremendous change into your life. Like, you know, it's going to hurt. You're going to have to go through it and feel through it, but I feel like it's going to be the start of something completely new for you. It's going to be this whole new, you know, it's a Wheel of Fortune, like a whole new, you know, opportunity of change. Here we have the Six of Swords, so I feel like definitely you're making your efforts to move away from the situation. You're making your efforts to take your baggage, get out with, you know, the baggage that you hold, get through it. You definitely want to be over this hurt already. And this is amazing because, I mean, this Wheel of Fortune, it looks so bright, you know, it looks so giving at the end of the situation. So you're definitely making your own effort and leaving. So here we go with your moon messages. We have nothing is yet set in stone, and we have take time to breathe out. So a lot of water I see, and this just reminds me of how you're right now about to set a sail into your little trip of kind of moving on. So I feel like this end of you, this Taurus new moon is going to bring determination from you to kind of actually get through this process. And I definitely feel like there's, you know, there's water here, there's blue. There's going to be, you know, it's going to be a time-taking process. You know, you're going to have to definitely, you know, breathe in, breathe out, like, you know, relax. What has happened is happened. You need to let go what you need to let go of. And here we have the nothing is yet set in stone. I feel like the waves, you know, they may seem a little harsh. They may seem, you know, very like turbulent. I feel like, you know, you want to move on, but there is some sort of like willingness or still wanting to kind of like stay back a little bit. Like you're kind of intimidated by the process because it looks scary, or it's a little, it's gonna take a while, you know, everything takes a while. But definitely know that there is like a better, definitely some better outlook in the future. Yeah, Six of Swords, and you know, this is very wild looking wave. It's kind of looking scary, but don't worry. I feel like good change is coming to you this end of April. Okay, Aquarius, yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and move on to Pisces. Good luck, Aquarius. So Pisces, any messages for Pisces? Hi Pisces. I'm doing any messages right now at the moment for anybody right now at this new Taurus moon. Got this one first, second. Any messages for Pisces also towards the end of April? Okay, I don't know which one came out first, so I'm just going to go with this. Lord of Wand energy once again. Seven of Swords, Page of Wands, Karma, Nine of Wands. So Pisces, there could be some... Oh. Give me a second. Your moon card fell down. You got show the world the real you, and your hard work is paying off. So I feel like maybe you were, in a way, trying to get away from something that made you feel bad about yourself. You were trying to like kind of ignore or leave or like get a new image. I feel like there's some sort of like reconstruction of yourself. I feel like there was some immaturity that I feel like you were trying to move away from. You know, you're trying to be maybe you did something or have had some, like, I guess a different style of, you know, hiding yourself, because we have show the world the real you. So I feel like you're trying to reinvent yourself in a new way, maybe for the better. And I feel like, you know, you're working really hard to make this happen. You have a lot of fire energy here. So definitely trying to improve your temperament, trying to improve your anger, or trying to improve your emotion release. You're trying to improve yourself. You're like on a self-improvement destiny right now. We have the karma card here, so I feel like the universe is really trying to help you as well, to move with this process that you're making for yourself. But it's definitely gonna come with your karma, you know. So be prepared to, like, you know, if you're gonna go through change, know that there's gonna be karmic cycles here that are gonna kind of let you see what you have to see, make it hard for you, because, you know, like, self-improvement is hard. Self-improvement, you know, is a lot of hard work, and you're gonna have to see some or feel some things, maybe hear some things from people before. Like, if you're gonna reconstruct yourself, I feel like maybe people are not gonna just forget about things in the past or how you were before. So there's gonna be definitely some karmic things happening, but it's gonna help you. Like, it's gonna make you see things more in a different light. And then here we have this Nine of Wands. So I feel like you're definitely gonna be more secretive with who you choose to have in your circle. I feel like maybe before you were very outgoing, very jokey, kind of like wanting to go everywhere and, you know, joke around, or, you know, that type of vibe, like wanting to be very spontaneous and like friendly, you know. But I feel like maybe now you're gonna be more kind of reserved. You're putting up your barriers, kind of be more selective with who you end up involving in your life. Okay, Pisces. So that's the message I have for you. I'm gonna move on to, last and not least, Aries. So any messages for Aries? Hi, Aries. This is a message for you in regards to the end of April and this Taurus new moon. Okay, Aries. One more card, please. One more card, please, for Aries for this ending of April and new Taurus new moon. Queen of Swords. You have bad bitch energy activated on right now. You are not taking shit from nobody. You feel highly intuitive right now. I feel like right now you have a bad feeling. If you have a bad feeling about somebody, you have a bad feeling about some people at the moment, you're probably right. So I feel like right now you feel unsatisfied, not because, you know, there is anything not, you know, going your way or anything, but just because I feel like you're looking at who is surrounding you, who is around you, who are your friends, and I feel like you're like, this is too much. Like, maybe it's overwhelming you. It's kind of just being very like what do I choose? What it almost makes it like you're maybe even picking out which one is being fake, which one's being real. Like, you're the amount of attention there is on you, the amount of people surrounding you is kind of overwhelming you at the moment. So that's why right now I feel like you're keeping a lot to yourself. You're being very secretive, and you have your intuition right now working really spot on. I feel like there's definitely some people that you want to let go of already. I could really sense some like pent up like anger from like some times that they've kind of maybe done you wrong, or just some like impatience. There you go. Like that impatience where you're just like, you know, like you're, you know, keeping it cool. But definitely very, this is in reverse, and then this Queen of Swords here, which is like the cutting off energy, is also in reverse. So I feel like you know, and you have the bad feelings, or, you know, you have the, you know, the good feelings too also. Like, you have a good feeling about some people, you may not have the best about others, but definitely those messages or those intuitive, you know, kind of feelings that you have, you're ignoring them for some reason. Like, you aren't acting on them, you aren't cutting anyone off at the moment, but you kind of want to. I think that maybe you're scared of, like, I guess, losing the friendship or the relationship. It could be honestly anything, but I feel like this could be with friends or family, etc. There's some link that you refuse to cut for some reason, or refuse to end. Any moon messages for Aries? Damn, that was mad. A personal issue reaches resolution. So full moon in Cancer. Again, Cancer cards for some reason today remind me of time. So for some reason I feel like Cancer is like June-ish, June type of season. So here's gonna, like, this issue I feel like it's gonna be resolved either in June or like early May. I mean late May. Because you're just like, you're really spot on with your intuition right now, and like I feel like this has been bothering you. And because you continue to postpone or to not cut this person or these people out, you are continuing to make this more pressured on yourself. So I feel like this is eventually going to come into like a resolution, like either late May or June, because you're gonna get tired of this, okay, Aries? So definitely listen to yourself at the moment. You could be saving yourself a long time of just always being impatient, okay, Aries? So that was all I had for you today. You were the last one, so good luck with everything, and I hope this resonated, okay? Bye, y'all.